Hi, all my sweet friends. So I thought today we would do a very casual grocery haul. I got a lot of stuff. I spent 173 at Aldi and 63 at ShopRite. Is that how much it was? Yeah, so a little over 200. I'm really happy with everything we got. We were out of a lot of stuff, and this will last my family probably 2.5 weeks because there is only three of us. But I'm gonna do this pretty casually because there's just a lot of stuff, and it's more easy for me to do kind of like a vlog style. I thought that was something on my forehead. But yes, I thought today I would just show you what I got from Aldi's and ShopRite. I'm going to do the first half here on my counter, put it away, and come back and do the second half because there's just too much to fit all on the counter right now. So I'm going to flip you around and start showing you everything I got. Okay, please forgive anything. I have like my crock pot back here, rags. I just have had a really busy week, and I still have to go into work at 4 o'clock and probably won't be home till probably close to 9. So I don't have a lot of time, but I picked up Aldi provolone. I love it. I don't know what I spilt on it, but I love it. I literally love this rotisserie seasoned chicken. It's just like lunch meat. It is so good. But their lunch meat at Aldi's is going up significantly, and I might start going back to like the regular like deli counter because it's just getting outrageous. So I got some flour tortillas. They were pretty affordable. These were 50 cents each, and they're probably the same thing as like that ice drink. So I just got 2 cherry limeades, a regular lemonade, and then a coconut pineapple. I only got 4. They're 50 cents, and if they go over well, I'll start getting more. This was $1.99. It's again that like knockoff of whatever the original brand is. I don't know what the actual brand is, but it's just the strawberry lemonade. I think it's just nice to have, and for $1.99 you can't beat that. I just got some regular turkey breasts because they didn't have a lot of options at Aldi's for lunch meat. I love Aldi string cheese, the Happy Farms. It's really, really good, believe it or not, and it's under $3. And string cheese over the years is getting more and more expensive. I like that from Aldi's. Of course, I have to get my street corn dip. I haven't had that in a while because I took a little break from it, but it is back in my house. I got some Italian dressing in case I decide to make pasta salad for Easter. It's just good to have in the cabinet. I love their Big Dipper tortilla chips from Aldi's. It's so good. If you see this at Aldi's, they have orange chicken, they have sweet and sour, and General Tso's, and teriyaki. You guys, this stir fry sauce, it is fantastic. It is so good. I've tried almost every one of the flavors. All I do is saute up some chicken, put some steamed broccoli in it. You could do snap peas. You could do anything you want. And I pour this on and I let it shimmer. Gilligan, no. Gilly, he's guarding the potato bag. Don't guard the potato bag. And don't growl like that. It's not nice. Sorry. So I got the orange chicken, and then I let it simmer for maybe 20 minutes while I'm cooking white rice. And you guys, it is bomb. It is so good. Of course, 2 cans of cream of chicken because that is just something I like keeping in my cabinet. A bag of white onions. These are my favorite onions from Aldi's. They didn't have the sweet onions, but that's okay. I got a thing of ham for my daughter's lunches. She's been taking lunch. I thought these were cute, and Aldi's had them. They're just those gross little Debbie's, but they're fun for Easter time. Scalloped potatoes, I love. My daughter loves pastaroni, and it's very expensive now. So for $1.09, we're gonna give that a try and see if it's any good. Brussels sprouts, they are my favorite. I love having them in. Ran out of black pepper, so weird, but that's only $2.99 at Aldi, which compared to some seasonings was really good. But I got a great steal in the Hispanic section at Walmart. Check out their spices there. It's fabulous, their price. Black olives, just in case I make a pasta salad. I always keep egg noodles in the house, always. Even if I don't have a recipe that week, I keep them in the house because I never know, and my husband loves them. I got some green peppers. Bell peppers, sorry. What I do with these is I cut them up, clean them, and I freeze them. That way they don't go bad, and I always have them on hand. And they keep up to like 6 months in the freezer, but I don't ever keep them that long. And then I can put them in stir fries. I can put them with peppers and onions. when I'm making sausage. I can do it with chicken, whatever I need it for. I got this so that my daughter can stop eating full meals after school and can eat dinner with us. So I got this for like a little snack for her to have because she's ravenous when she comes home and she's playing golf. So some nights she's not even getting home till close to 7. And sometimes she just needs to eat immediately, and she's a bird. She eats like a bird, you guys. It's terrible. But we're trying to just get more protein, more potassium. She's eating bananas in the morning. And I've gotten some more protein in her diet because the doctor said she was getting dizzy because everything she was eating was breaking down to sugar and carbs. So we're working really hard to get some good, protein and potassium and all the good stuff. And it seems like if she starts her day out with like a banana or something, she does pretty well throughout the day. Don't judge me. This is the only wet dog food I can get my dog to eat. And I keep it in case he needs medication or anything, because my one dog's very finicky. These are, let me tell you something. I might be in the minority here, but the Little Bits muffins? I'm going to tell you right now, even if I had a choice at the same cost, these are under $3, I would still get the baker's treat. They come in confetti cake, brownie, blueberry, and chocolate chip, and I would still pick these because they are that moist and good. I love having dried parsley, and I've been thinking about the Italian seasoning, and I always forget to pick it up, but I finally remembered. Okay, so something about these. My daughter loves these. They're a great source of fiber. They're only 90 calories. They are the most moist, delicious little treats. They fill you up. They're great to hold you over. And these are only $2.99 at Aldi. So I got cinnamon coffee cake, chocolate fudge, and lemon for my husband. They love it. I love these. These are a great little fiber bar to have. They have 90 calories and only 80 grams of sodium, 7 grams of total sugar. They appear on paper to be good. So let me know what you think. But if you just want to keep a little fiber bar in, they are fantastic. This is for my husband and daughter. They're from Aldi's. They like them in their lunch. I saw these. Now, I probably bought too much because I'm literally starving. It's 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything yet today. I have to eat really soon so I can keep going for the rest of the night. I know, poor me, right? Savory pork pot stickers. I'm excited to see these. These were a little pricey. They were like $3.99 at Aldi's, but I'm excited to try them. Always keep steamed broccoli or fresh broccoli. It's just convenience. These little stone mill. Do you need to go back out, honey? Hold on, baby. Let me let you out. Excuse the little mess. Hi, look at how gorgeous you look with your groom. Tell everybody you feel so much better. You look gorgeous. You are gorgeous. See ya. We just got groomed last week. These Stone Mill chili seasonings, they make a hot one, and you guys, it's friggin' hot. Like, too hot for me. So I keep the original on deck, but I usually do my chili my own way, but that's just so convenient for many things. Pie crust, because I'm craving a chicken pot pie and I haven't made one in a while. I wanted to try these. I love the thin pretzels for dipping and everything, and these were pretty affordable. Clancy's is Aldi's brand, I believe, and they were affordable, and I like them. Honey, look at this dog. I have to show you. I know it's not part. He's so upset because there's a bag of potatoes back there, and he doesn't want anybody to go near them. I mean, if I go over there, it's fine, but he doesn't want the cat near it. Honey, look at Mama. Why do you look so upset? Honey, come on, come out here and I'll give you a little bone. I'll give you a treat. I know it's like resource guarding. I get it, you guys, but he doesn't bite me. If I go to pick it up, he just doesn't want anybody else near it but me right now. And he's my baby, so I don't want to hear anything about him. I got these Italian rolls to make sandwiches tonight. I'm just going to throw some meatballs on, and then they can eat dinner because I'm not going to be home. And they don't know what to do without me when I'm not home. And tonight's like one of the rare times that I'm not going to be home for them. This was $3.99 at Aldi, so I picked it up. My daughter's been taking them in her lunch, and it's a giant bag of them. It's 11 ounces. I got bananas for her lunch. They didn't have many bananas at Aldi, so I'll have to go back to the store later this week and get some more. Pink Lady apples. This is really good. Now, we love rice-a-roni. If you don't, I understand. This is great from Aldi. It's like 99 cents. The only thing I do is add a little bit of like the chicken adobo or whatever it is, flavoring. I just add a pinch extra and it's perfection. And I always have that in my cabinet anyway. So it's not like I am spending more money. I like this. Peanut butter crackers are great to have in, especially when you have people like my husband and daughter whose blood sugar just goes wacky. Peanut butter is great to have. Plus, I have a few diabetic people in my family, and I just like to have them. I personally hate them, but everyone else loves them. I did get some hard salami. I haven't had this in a while. My daughter will be really happy. I got these little cocktail weenies. They're just an easy dinner. I'll throw them in with baked beans, some onions, peppers, and we eat it with like cornbread. It's perfect. This is from ShopRite. Aldi's doesn't carry this. So everything so far has been from Aldi's except for the rolls, sorry, and these. Recently, my husband has become really obsessed with these. I don't understand it, but he loves them. And if I can get something new in him, I'm A-okay with that. Aldi's syrup. Weird thing to run out of, but I realized I didn't have it the other day when I was going to make pancakes, and I was disappointed. I like this olive oil. I know it's probably garbage, but it's affordable, and I love it, and I go through olive oil so fast, and let me tell you something. When I didn't have it this week, it was a pain in the ass not having it. SpaghettiOs, they just looked good, and I haven't eaten, and I probably wouldn't have bought them. And I haven't had them in probably 10 years, so I don't even know if I like them. Sour cream, those honey buns, my daughter loves to take one with her. It's good to have it in case she starts to feel dizzy, a little bit of sugar, or she just likes to eat them. These little Slim Jims are not bad from Aldi's. I promise you. My husband doesn't love them, but my daughter said she couldn't tell the difference. Definitely up to you. They're pretty cost effective, and my daughter likes them. I got 3 jars of Aldi's. I don't know why it looks so grainy. Did I zoom in too far? Sorry, hold on. There we go. I got tomato, basil, and garlic, and 2 traditionals. I like this brand I'm not super duper picky. I know some people are with their pasta sauces. I doctor them up and I like them. I did get some mini cucumbers. The last set of mini cucumbers I got from ShopRite tasted very odd to me, like onion grass. Do you know that smell of onion grass? That's what they taste like. And they ended up getting wasted because I hated them. But I love mini cucumbers, so I'm hoping these are not like that. All these bagels are delicious. I keep them in the refrigerator and pull them out as I need them. This is from ShopRite. My husband loves Pringles, so I like to keep them in there for him. I just got some cinnamon rolls in case we wanted them one morning, or in case we want them on Easter. I don't know what I was going with. And I got my husband some baby powder from ShopRite. So this is the first batch. And I have just a few more things. So I'm going to put all this away, come back at you with the second half. Sorry if that's a little annoying, but I just don't have room for everything. So I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so here we go. I did get some Top Ramen beef. I just got a small pack just to have them in. I found this, which is the Jiffy honey corn muffin mix. I always add honey, so I thought that was nice. I got myself some Frosted Flakes because cereal has just been super easy and I really enjoy it. These are the ravioli. I showed them last time. 2 things of meat, tortellini, 1 ravioli. That's the brand we like. This Purdue chicken nuggets. Let me get this out of the way. There's so much stuff everywhere. Can you get out of the bags, bud? This is so chaotic. I'm sorry. This was $5. This is a great thing to have, and usually it's like 10. There was no pasta, you guys. Absolutely no pasta. So I got this in the spiral. When I tell you they were empty, there was no pasta. I went for this habanero cheddar cheese. I'll probably hate it and it'll be too hot, but it looks so good in the can. Again, I was starving. I got some Philadelphia cream cheese because it's never on sale and I get it when it is. I only like ShopRite brand macaroni, so I got 2 of those because they are literally 50 cents and they're a good lunch. These are for my husband's lunch because they were on sale, and then I grabbed these because it was like 2 for $5. Lots of junk, you guys. Don't go shopping when you're hungry. what the hell are these called? Rice Krispie treats. I got some home style mashed potatoes, and my daughter is obsessed with that macaroni. And here is the baked beans, and I got 2 more ragouts. And for meat, I got this huge pack of drumsticks for $3.71. My husband grills these and they're fantastic. I got this big thing of red potatoes for $3.99. 2 bags of chips and 2 things of white loaf of white bread. And then here we got our meat. So we did thin cut pork chops for $6.33. You guys, Aldi's is no longer doing cashiers, so it's now self-checkout, question mark. I was kind of pissed because I keep thinking like you're taking jobs away that are very, very important, and I don't want to check myself out. It took me 25 minutes to do self-checkout because it's so tiny. Just a family pack of chicken breasts for $10. That was a ridiculous that wasn't good. It was like, I'd like to pay $1.99 per pound, but this was $2.41 a pound or $3.99 a pound. Not good. I got some Angus beef to bake beef stew one more time before summer comes because I will not make it in the summer. Oh, I found this because they had no strawberry jelly, so I got blueberry preserve. And I saw this and I love these, and this was under $5. So a center pork with mesquite and just some ground beef. So that is everything, you guys. Look at the mess. Look at all this stuff I have to put away, and it's 2:25 and I have to be out of here by 4-ish. So wish me luck. I'm going to put everything away. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'm sorry this is so chaotic. My dogs are scratching to go out again. Today was just a weird day. Everything's been weird lately. I have a lot going on in my life that I usually don't. I'm not complaining because we're all healthy and happy. We're just trying to help some people in our lives get through a really rough time. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to just help people, and I can't complain if I offer my help. You know what I mean? Just a little update. I'm going to put this in here at the end. You guys, I took a little piece smaller than this. It has great flavor. It's very smoky. Almost has like, ooh, it's so hot. Almost has like a pepperoni taste to it. Excuse my dirty stove. But oh my gosh, it is very, very spicy. It's like, I definitely had the smooth and like savory Vermont cheddar and like a fiery taste. It almost tastes like there's pepperoni in it. But good Lord, it's spicy. It's like making me drool. So I wanted to just share that with you guys. Good morning, you guys. So I wanted to show another quick, easy crock pot meal. I have one recorded, and I'm probably going to put that in my weekly vlog. This is still frozen, but it really doesn't matter. Luckily, with the crock pot, this is a pork loin for barbecue, but I'm going to use it differently because it is just such a nice tender piece of meat. And it was really affordable. For about £1.50, I paid for about $4.49. Well, obviously that's what I paid. And then I have a jar of just German style sauerkraut, some potatoes that I'm not even going to peel. I'm just going to wash and cut them, and some carrots. I'll put it all in the crock pot and show you. And then you season it with whatever you feel like you would like, garlic, salt and pepper, whatever. And just let it cook all day. It's early in the morning. If you wanted to sear the pork, I've never done that for pork and sauerkraut. This is one of my grandfather's favorite dishes. He is Hungarian. I know this is more of like a German dish, but a lot of I notice a lot of like Hungarian, Polish, and German meals are similar-esque, I guess. So let me get all this in the crock pot, but you could use any type of pork you want. You could even do pork chops if you are really on a budget. But these types of cuts of meat, I notice like the pork loins aren't too expensive right now. I used to be able to get like a big beef piece too, like a roast for under $5 or right around $5, but you couldn't touch it now. So I will be back when it's all in the crock pot. So in the crock pot, just so you know, I have the 2 pieces of loin on the bottom. Sorry, I have carrot strips on my finger. I seasoned it with this. It's, hold on, sorry. Hope everything's falling. I love this garlic salt with parsley. Just be careful because you can't control the amount of salt, but I just love it. And I love the little bit of parsley. I know parsley doesn't give you much flavor. And I did onion powder, but you guys, I have to show you something before I keep going. I found this gigantic garlic. It is 9 ounces compared to, let me see what the smaller one is. Sorry, compared to 2 ounces. This was $4 at Walmart in the Hispanic section. This is a great deal. Start looking in your Hispanic section because they have huge things of like minced garlic. I was shocked for really affordable. I added a little extra salt and now I'm going to throw my sauerkraut on top and I'll be right back. Sorry, those last clips were a little chaotic. Here's all the sauerkraut. There wasn't a lot of liquid in this jar. This jar is from Aldi. I get it for like $2 and it's like 24 ounces, which is quite a bit. This, you guys, my great-grandmother, I'm sorry, she was first generation to America. Her mom and dad came from Hungary and her house always smelled like some type of cabbage. It's just such a nostalgic scent. I know some people can't stand it, but oh my God, the smell of any type of cabbage, whether it's sauerkraut, whether it's purple cabbage, stuffed cabbage, it just reminds me of her home and it's very comforting. One weird question that someone might know, is sauerkraut anything like kimchi? Now, I've never tried kimchi before and I've always wanted to. I love pickled cabbage of any kind, whether it's purple cabbage, whether it's sauerkraut. I'm a huge cabbage lover. Like, it's probably my favorite thing in the world to eat. Napa cabbage, regular cabbage, all of it. I love it in any type of Chinese dish. I just love cabbage. So let me know your opinions. Is it quite different from this type of cabbage? Is it not even the same? I don't want to offend anyone. Is it like not even the same realm? So this is what I'm doing. So you season it to whatever you like. You can do anything you want. This is a great Sunday dish. This is a great like St. Patrick's Day dish if you didn't get corned beef. Right around the like, I have it on high, so I'll cook it on high for 4 hours and then knock it back to low. I will add a little brown sugar to it, just a small amount, just to give it a little bit of a balance between the sour and sweet and salty. But this will cook all day and it will smell so good. The smell of sauerkraut is just magnificent. So this is a good, easy crock pot meal. Feels very homemade, which it is, except for the sauerkraut, unless you know how to pickle and do it yourself. Very hearty, and it will last for 2 or 3 days. And it's just better as it sits. And like I said, I'll add a little brown sugar, and this is what we'll eat. Like I said, you could do, if you didn't want to do the pork, you could do kielbasa in here. Some type of Polish sausage, something like that, if you wanted to change it up. But the pork and sauerkraut is just kind of like yin and yang, you know what I mean? They just go together. So I will show you this in a couple hours, and I just hope that these crock pot meals are easy. I know that people get very weird about food on the internet. The only reason I don't over salt and stuff is, like I said, my husband and I have high cholesterol, and I prefer to let people salt their own food as well. But at the bottom, there was quite a bit of like garlic and the parsley and all that stuff just to give it some flavor. But you got to remember, this cabbage is super duper flavorful. Oh shit, I just burnt the living daylights out of myself. Oh my God, don't touch this part at the lip. I didn't know it was so hot. Holy shit. Okay, that means it's time for me to get off here. I'll see you in a little bit. That was embarrassing. Hi, you guys. So it is now 3:24. I think I started this around 7:30. It's been on low, and as you can see, the pork just literally falls apart. And this would be nice. It's freezing out today. It's damp. My husband's been outdoors all day. I'll probably add a little bit of brown sugar. I'm going to taste for seasoning to see, but look at that pork. I'm going to put this on just warm. I'm going to go through and take like a little bit of the fatty pieces like that off, the more like gelatinous pieces, and let me get a little bowl for it. But this is a great meal. There wasn't a lot of fat I have to go through, but just a little bit, and I'm just gonna put it on low. But as you can see, here's a nice piece of pork. It's like it falls apart, and there's carrots, and there is potato. You could eat it with whatever you want. You could do bread, you could just eat it as is. You can make any side dish you want, but this is just a perfect, kind of like a stew-ish, but it's just pork and cabbage. So I hope this is another easy crock pot meal that I'm just going to throw in with one of my vlogs for you guys. Hey friends, so I'm coming back at you with another crock pot meal. Now this is my meals that are super easy when you work 10, 8-hour days, you're busy parents, busy grandparents, aunts and uncles, whomever you may be, and you just need to get a nice, hearty, healthy, when you just need to get a hearty, like stick to your ribs meal for your kids, and you need to feed like an army. That's how I've cooked. If you've ever watched Sandra Lee on the Food Network, maybe 20 years ago, I used to watch her reruns all the time as a new mom, like when I was really young, and I was obsessed with her idea of incorporating store-bought food and homemade food. Now, this is actually homemade, but you certainly can modify it to your life. Remember, it's your kitchen. So in here, I had to use up some veggies that I've had in the fridge. I had a bag of just baby carrots from, what is this brand? Bolt House Farms. I probably won't be buying carrots like this anymore because I noticed the price has gone significantly up and it's cheaper to buy and peel and cut my own, which is fine. I did it all my life, just when, you know, I used to do little shortcuts like this. But right now, it's, sorry, my dog was digging on the couch. I didn't know what it was. That's why I stopped. But I'm just going to go back to ways of cutting corners and saving. I had gotten these. My Acme, I don't know, I believe Acme's like in Delaware, New Jersey, possibly Pennsylvania. I don't know exactly. I know it's in Pennsylvania. My Acme will often do produce. They used to do dollar produce. Now it's $2. It's still affordable. So I had these little baby potatoes, but these are just those Kodiak Express. I think you can get these anywhere, but use any potatoes you want. I'm making beef stew, by the way. Sorry. I have right here about, let's see, a little over a pound of beef chuck cubes, but you could use London broil and cut it up. You could use a roast. You could use anything you have. I just happened to grab this the other night. Woo! Because my husband was driving me absolutely nuts in the grocery store. I don't know why I take him. He's like a child when we get in there, I swear to God. And I just grab and go because I couldn't deal with it. And then I did one thing so far of onion soup mix. I like this Goodman's. It's something I just recently started picking up besides the Lipton's. And the reason I like this is if you can see, it's like more of the ground, like the ground powder and less of those like fake onion bits. This seems a little more flavorful. This is really nice. You can use any type of flavoring you want, but I always put an onion soup mix into my beef stew. Sorry. So this is what I have so far. Then I have a carton of beef broth. I always get the fat-free or the low sodium, whatever they have, because it can be salty. And I like to control my salt, especially with my husband and my cholesterol being really high. So I won't be adding any additional salt to this because this is salty as hell as it is. I probably don't even, I don't even want to look at that. I have some Worcestershire sauce. I believe I have a bay leaf. If not, I'll skip it. I don't really care. I don't really love the taste of bay leaf. You could add pepperoncinis to this. You could add anything. So I'm just going to flour my meat. I was going to brown it up, but I think it's just an unnecessary step right now. And I'm going to cut up my white onion, and I'll be back to show you what everything looks like in the pot. This meal is so hearty, so easy, and even with adding the flour at the end, if it's still not thick enough, I'll do like a cornstarch slurry. But I recently saw someone using instant mashed potato flakes, like a potato starch, to thicken it up, and I thought, what an amazing idea. My only fear would be it would change the taste of it. Let me know if you've ever tried that step. But let me get everything back in, put in the crock pot. I'm going to cook this on high for 4 hours and then drop it down to low for the last 4 hours. You can definitely adjust your crock pot as you see fit. But let me finish getting everything in. This is what it looks like so far, and I will show you once everything's in the pot. Okay, so I did about half of this beef broth container. I'm going to say a whole tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That will give it like this sweetness. If you've never, I'm sure everyone's had it. I keep Worcestershire sauce in the house because I love it on cottage cheese. It has like this sweet tang that I can't describe the flavor of, but I really enjoy it. I did a little bit of garlic underneath. It's just like the garlic in the little containers. Let me show you what I mean. I have every cabinet, just these. I keep these in stock. They're just so easy and convenient, but you could do anything. I don't have celery, unfortunately, but celery would be really good. You could add red wine if you wanted to, red wine vinegar, a bay leaf, like I said, anything you want to your beef stew. This is simple, easy, and guaranteed that my family will eat it. They're very picky, you guys. I know a lot of my meals seem bland or don't have a lot of like ingredients, but my family's picky. I personally grew up eating, my mother was a chef. She worked in like yacht clubs, and she worked in like seafood restaurants, but mostly like yacht clubs her whole life. So she did weddings and catering, and she fed 400 or 500 people at a time. You know what I mean? My mother was a real chef, so I ate what my mother cooked. You know what I mean? I never had this desire, like I didn't have a choice. I ate whatever she made. So I'm very limited to what I don't eat. It's like maybe 10 things I really don't enjoy. But my family, on the other hand, my husband has come from a very different situation than I have. So I do try to accommodate his dietary needs because I am somebody who is very sensitive to people, and I just think that forcing something can cause lifelong issues. And I see that with my husband, so I try not to do it to my daughter. Do I get upset that she doesn't eat everything that I think she should? Yes. But I also just want her to eat sometimes. Do you know what I mean? My daughter has she has nothing wrong with her by any means. Like, I don't want to say nothing wrong because there's nothing wrong with having sensory issues, but she's very sensitive to textures. Like, she can eat certain types of chicken, but like, God forbid I put a piece of roast chicken in front of her. She can't stand the texture. I shouldn't have said wrong because I really don't want anyone taking offense to that. I don't mean that. I meant like any type of diagnosable issues. I try to be very sensitive because I don't ever want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's just never my intention. But I always go off on these tangents. That being said, you do whatever you want to add to this. Even if this is just the base of your meal and you're like, I'm going to add celery, corn, green beans, whatever you want to your stews. That's the beauty of stew. You could add whatever the hell you want and it's going to be good. I am going to cook this for a little while, and if I need brown gravy, I might add 1 brown gravy pack or a little more of the onion soup mix. But so far it smells very good. So I'm just going to let it cook for the 4 hours, and I'll bring you back. It's 9 o'clock. I probably should have put this on around 7. So this will cook till about 5. Okay, you guys. So last time I forgot to show you, but this time I remembered. So I just gave it a real good stir. It is so beautiful. So I put this on. I can't remember what time did I tell you guys? Say like 7:30, maybe 8. I don't know, but it is 20 of 1. Look at that. Look how thick it is. I'll thicken it up even more. I haven't tasted it. I'm going to let it cook a little while longer before I taste it, just in case the meat isn't fully cooked. I'm pretty sure it is, but look at this. Look, the potatoes are still whole. I'm sorry. You definitely could have peeled your potatoes. It's just a step that I'm not willing to do because my husband doesn't give a shit. But if yours does, definitely peel it. Look at this. Oh, with some buttered bread. Oh God, this is going to be so good. Let me know what you serve your, beef stew with. Do you put it over rice? This isn't like a Mississippi pot roast. Now that's something totally different. Now that it's cooked 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm going to put it on low and let it simmer low for the next 4 hours. My poor grandfather would be drooling if he knew I made this. He loves when I cook for him. He loves my grandmother's cooking, but I think he likes mine just a little bit more. He would never admit it, and it's only because I use spices and stuff, you guys. My grandmother over the years is kind of just a little more bland cooking. Not bad cooking, but bland. She's a lot older. They both are, but every time I cook for him, he's so happy. But look at that. Oh, so good.